Welcome to the second webinar in the Active Marketing series. My name is Mike Wood, and I'm going to be your host here today. We're going to be talking today about getting results and how to kind of setting a game plan. We're going to discuss what SERPs are, how to look at some entry-level metrics, evaluate your competition, and set some goals so that we can get those results. So ultimately what we want is to start from where we are now with a brand new site that's unknown and get up to where we are being seen, recognized as an authority in our industry and get the results we want, get sales, get conversions, okay? So that's where we're headed. So first, let's talk a little bit about SERPs. What does that mean? We have SERPs.com up here today, and I'm going to go in and actually we'll do a search here. Define SERPs. Let's throw that into Google and see what Google tells us here. So SERPs, a search engine results page. That's what SERP stands for, search engine results page. So if we have an S at the end, that means search engine results pages is all. Okay. So it's the pages that are displayed by a search engine in response to a query by a researcher or by a searcher. So basically, it's the search results that come up, the search results pages that are coming up. That's what SERP means. Okay. And so all of these are SERPs for the word SERP. And so what we want to look at with establishing our SERPs is to get ourselves ranked, to find that we are in the search engine results pages where we want to be. Okay. So I have this tool here that I wanted to discuss. In fact, before we jump into that, let me just go back to my notes here on the webinar. So we've already discussed the basic business organization that is available on our training site. If you go to marketing, so you log into the e-learning training site, the webinars by topic, and click marketing. And I'll be putting these right underneath the keyword research. In fact, those keyword research webinars will be redone and will become a part of this. I may not, because I'll probably do that. That's something I want to teach you and go into some detail on it, but maybe they won't be as part of the active marketing, but they will be redone with the latest details that Google has. So active marketing is going to be the series, the title of this series. So we'll have a bunch of active marketing webinars that will proceed right here. So that getting started is the first one. Okay. So in that webinar, we talked about just basic organization. So today we're going to be talking about setting a baseline for marketing. Where are you now? Set some goals, check your rankings, check competition and their rankings, familiarize yourself with them, and set a game plan. So if your site is brand new, then you're not going to have any rankings yet, and that's okay. Don't feel bad about that. Don't expect to see any rankings. But if you've been up for a few weeks, maybe a few months, and you've been doing some work optimizing your pages and anything that you've been doing, then you might see some rankings in here that aren't real high yet. Okay. So what I want to show you is how you can check those rankings, how you can evaluate it, and what you should do to evaluate that. So this SERPs.com is a great tool to help you with that. They have a free option here that I'm using and going to show you today, and then they do have a free trial where you can pay for more data. They might show a little pop-up here. We'll find out if they do, but it popped up at me earlier and said, hey, are you tired of entering one keyword at a time? Try our free trial. So I clicked on that and opened up this page where it talks about their better rank tracking software, and it goes through and shows you some of the data and details that they have, and gives you some good information, and then has us view pricing. Well, if we look at that, it starts at $49 a month. So it's kind of pricey. It's got some cost to it. Not something that I would suggest that most of you use. Use the free stuff for now. Okay. There are many other tools out there. This is the one I chose to use today to show you. And so again, the free is all we need. And so I've already entered some keywords, and those are listed right down here. So we've got my name, of course, the word Viper Sharp. I'm ranking my home page is number 1, my shop page is number 2. The oh, that's interesting. Somebody's got a Reddit document on me, which ranks at number 24. HTMLstop.com, which isn't anything valuable, is ranking at 57, and then this other weird site here is ranking at 95. So these are just websites that have information related to my new domain name, relatively new. But then down here, I put in additional phrases, so we can close that. So that was the phrase Viper Sharp. Then we have the phrase precision sharpening system, and for that phrase, I'm ranked at number 10. So I'm in position 10, which is just at the bottom of the first page of Google. So we're going to go in here and let's see, precision sharpening system. And I don't even have that on this list, so I'm going to have to add it, or maybe it's just further down. See if we can copy that. See if it's on here. Precision sharpening system. Okay, it is right there. Relevance. I'll show you what I've put from my rankings or my details here in just a moment. So, all right. So that is in there. So what I've done is I've taken a keyword list, which you can download from Google. If you go to the marketing section into these keyword webinars, if you haven't watched those, you should definitely watch those. That gives you the foundation of everything you're going to do for marketing. You need this lots and lots of lists of keyword phrases. You need to have, you need to know what phrases people are using to find your products for each product. And so there's a lot of research that has to go into that. It is literally hours, many hours of research on a brand new site that need to be done, but it is crucial. It's very important. Before you do any of the marketing, any of the optimizing on your site, you should have done this keyword research so you know what phrases to target for each of your pages. So that's what I did is I downloaded that list, cleaned it up a little bit, and I've started ranking these phrases. So here's what I did. I created some additional headings here. One is for relevance. How relevant is it to my product? Another one here for value. How valuable is it to me? Well, that's a valuable phrase. That's a valuable phrase. That one, yeah, maybe. That one will be later. Pocket knife sharpener, valuable. So I'm going to go down and rank all of these. How to sharpen kitchen knives. I think that's a very valuable phrase. I can find a way to target that. Precision knife sharpening is a valuable phrase. Sharpening system is valuable. Knife sharpeners for sale. There might be a way to target that. Good knife sharpener, valuable. Hunting knife sharpener. So these are some of the primary phrases that are very valuable to me that are relevant and things that I need to have in my quiver, if you will, of SEO and marketing. Okay. So we're just going to do a few more of those. So now what I can do is I can rank these. I can come in and say, all right, rank these by value. Lowest at the top, lowest number is the highest value. Okay. And then I can put my SERPs. Well, where do I rank on these? And so that way I can track that. And if I want to put a date on this, I can say, well, SERPs on today's date. Today, let's see, 17th. So 2/17/17. And then I can go and put these out. You know, what are they on the 18th or 19th? And we're not going to go week by week. What I would actually recommend is day by day. We're going to do this maybe every 2 or 3 weeks. Since I'm doing a webinar every week, I will be checking this at least weekly. So I'll look into these that'll be part of what we'll do is where are we now, okay? All right, so how about these other phrases? Where do we rank with those? So sharpening system. That one I'm at 19, okay? So we come back here and look for sharpening system right here, and we're at 19 today. We'll look at precision knife sharpening. I'm at 43. So precision knife sharpening, 43. And professional knife sharpener, I'm at 195. Now that's a phrase right up here. It's over 1,000 searches a month. I really want to rank for that. So that's one I'm going to start targeting. I'm glad to see that I'm on the board at all, that they're recognizing that I'm in play for it. But that's something I want to start targeting more. Then we've got knife sharpener, and with knife sharpener, I'm not ranking. It's not seeing me for that. Now that's a very broad, very general phrase. They're showing here that it has 14,800 searches a month. This is nice here that SERPs has this data. They have more specific data than Google gives me. And so they're showing here, Viper Sharp is new enough that there really aren't any searches. Precision sharpening system, there are a few searches, but it's not very much. My Google data showed about 10. Sharpening system has 260 a month. Precision knife sharpening has 70, and professional knife sharpener has 1,300 a month. So, these phrases I'd really like to get targeted or get ranked for. I want to show you how this works. So we come in here and put a keyword in. I copied this from my list, pocket knife sharpener. I haven't worked to rank for that, so I don't expect to see it. And then just put my domain name in there and then go. And here's that pop-up that I told you about earlier that I saw. It says, tired of checking keywords one at a time? Try SERPs daily rank tracking software free for 30 days. So if we wanted to try that, then we could do it. They have these fun little things they're saying in here, unclogging internet bubbles or something like that it was saying, feeding Google hamsters, and then it had something else, and now it's done. Pocket knife sharpener. So where do I rank with that one? 1,300 searches a month. I don't. See, it's not giving me an option to even open that because I don't rank for that. So that is going to be 0, and this is going to be 0. So you might see a lot of zeros when you put yours in because you're new. Let's see if there are any others that I think might be. Let's try commercial. Some of these we'll try one more, but I don't want to take up a lot of time with this, and it does take some time. Uh-oh, I did that wrong. I didn't put in my domain name. Got too excited and hit enter too fast. Internet, unclogging internet tubes, it says. So we might have to redo that because I didn't put my domain name in there. See what it says, commercial knife sharpener. So see what it's doing now is it's saying, well, hey, here's who ranks for that key phrase, and it's giving me the top 156 sites that rank for that phrase. Well, that's very interesting to have that. This could be a good way to gather your competition on things as well. Put a key phrase in there. Don't enter a domain. See, it says leave blank for all 250 results. So then it'll give all of that. And then we could download these as a CSV file if we wanted to save the data, which would be a valuable thing to do. All right, so let's see if I rank for that phrase. And is going to pull that up and say, nope, you don't rank. Okay. Still getting the average monthly as well. So I'm not ranking for that one. So that gives us an idea of where we rank in the beginning, what we need to improve upon, how to, that gives us a how-to of, which phrases we think are valuable and where we are and where we want to head, okay? So there's one good tool. Evaluate where you are today, then we can look at that to compare as we work on things. And this is helpful to have something like this because look at these right here, 43 and 19. If I were to do a search for these keywords, I'm not going to go deep enough to see me back on the 4th, 5th page there. It's just, I'm not going to do that research. I'm going to look at the top page, maybe 2, to see where I rank. And if I come up in that in those top 2 pages, that's that's good. I'm happy because that's valuable to me. One of my tools that I use actually showed me ranking, I think, number 8 on this. That was a tool that I have installed on my phone. But let's go down and just see if I am on the first page. There I am, right there at the bottom, number 10. Bottom of first page for precision sharpening system. So not bad. I'm on the first page, but there's not a whole lot of traffic for that either. Another key word that I found is relevant is guided knife sharpener. So this one is relevant and valuable to me. And I don't know if I rank for that or not. But that one, if we resort that again and bring that up, so there it is right there. Not a lot of traffic again. We can go throw that in and we'll let that run and just see if I rank on it. Okay. So evaluate your current positioning. Where are we now? Okay. Now we need to set goals. Familiarize with our competition a little more, maybe look at their placements and rankings and establish our game plan. So that's what we want to look at now is what are we going to do to move forward? What are we going to do to fix this? How are we going to get to the top? Okay, I've got my original keyword planner here, and I'm just going to call that tab original to shorten the name on it. We'll call this modified. And then we can add another one. I've got my competitors in here, so I can look at my competition. And then here we can write down game plan. What are we going to do to start building those rankings? And so set a game plan, set up some, a plan of action where we're going to head to begin the process. So we can put what are we going to do? How? When? And you can do whatever titles you want. I'm just putting something in here that will help me recognize what I'm talking about. And then we'll bold that header there and then come up to view and freeze panes. I'm using the one of the tools I showed you last week, Google Sheets from Google Drive. And we're going to freeze that first row. So I tell you all of that and show you how to do that in last week's webinar. So if you're not familiar with what I'm doing, you need to go back and watch that webinar. It should teach you some of those basics. So, all right, what can we do to improve our placements? Okay, well, on-site optimization, right? On-site SEO. On-site SEO is one that we can do. How do we do it? Keyword research, and then apply to site. I still have to do some of that on my site. My site's around 2 years old or more, and I haven't done all of that because it's a little different setup. I had to develop this product. When? Now. It's one of the most important things. I need to get on that. So that's something that I need to do right away. I need to begin placing my keywords and putting my content in where it needs to be. Okay. If we look at my site, we can see some of that optimization done, but not all of it. So if we look at my page URLs, for example, ViperSharp, I didn't think that was what I was clicking on. Let me go back and check here. This is something I added this week, by the way, because I saw some of my competitors using that, and I thought, yeah, I offer free shipping. I should do that. So free shipping on all USA orders over $50. So I threw that at the top of my site there. All right, so that's interesting. I didn't think that was a subpage. So that is a subpage there. So if we look at that, we can see the URL. This is under ViperSharp gear. Why ViperSharp? So why use ViperSharp? So it's it's optimized. We've got ViperSharp stones here, another page. ViperSharp sharpening stones. So if anybody searches for ViperSharp sharpening stones, my page is relevant to that. Of course, probably the only page relevant to it. But I also have within that a nested keyword phrase, sharpening stones. And so I've done that. If we look at my shop, I've got my individual products, and we can see if I've done the right optimization there. We click on the main product here, my knife sharpener, and yes, V2 is what I tagged that one, and then ViperSharp precision sharpening system. So there I'm targeting that precision sharpening system phrase. Let's look at some of the other. That one's using the same phrase, and then some of these stones are using a stone-related phrase. And if you're not understanding what I'm looking at when I hover over these, look at the lower left corner of my screen, right down here. When I hover, you'll see the URL showing up down there. So I don't actually have to click on it to see what that URL is. It shows me down in the lower corner of the screen. So you can see that most of these are optimized using keywords in their URLs. Now that's not everything that needs to be done for the optimization. It's the beginning. The URL needs to be there. Then we need the content on the page to have some content relevant to the keyword, the meta tags, all of that optimization, which is taught above the marketing up here in the website design section, the Volusion homepage optimization, category page optimization, and product optimization. So that's what you'll be looking at, okay? So I still have to complete some of that optimization on some of these, but I've begun the process. As I work on continuing to optimize, I'm also working on establishing a presence for myself out on the internet. And so what are some of the other things I do? Well, Facebook. Facebook is an important aspect. That's what are we going to do? How are we going to apply this strategy, this technique? We need consistent posts. We can use tools that post on multiple sites, which I can show you in a moment, and we'll probably show some of this next week as well. But Hootsuite is one that I use. Okay, so consistent posts, images, videos, giveaways, comment. That could be commenting on other pages and things like that. And these are all things I'm going to be sharing as we go through some of these different scenarios and sections. When? Well, now. This again should start right away. It should be something I should be doing currently, which I am. But I could be more consistent with it. What's another one that I can use? Well, for my followers, Instagram is a good one. How do we do that? Well, I can use Hootsuite again, consistent posts, images, videos, giveaways, and comments again. So, all right. When? Now. We want to start on it right away. And if you feel like this is too much for you to learn immediately, then you can put that out. We could put a date on that and say, well, we're going to start on this next week. Okay, and so you can put what you feel when you want to start on that. This again, Twitter we can use Hootsuite for that. Most of the social sites, you'll have a tool like Hootsuite that you can use to post to all of those websites at once. Okay, so uh, so there's a general outline of things that I can do. My on-site SEO, this is ongoing, and I think that's important to state as well. In fact, I'm going to change that to ongoing because it's not something I do once and then forget about it. I'm going to come back and add content now and then. If we look at my content in here, let's look at the Viper Sharp product itself, and that image, it looks okay. It's not too bad. I could probably improve it. These images, I feel like they're a little washed out, so I could probably improve those images. I guess that's not too bad when I blow it up. And that's it's okay. But if I feel that there's ever room for improvement on these, then I can come in and update them. What about my product description? Well, I've got this paragraph of words. I've got all of these words, so I've probably got a fairly decent amount of words. If I go in and look at my admin panel, and this is not built on Volusion, so don't freak out. It's going to be a little bit different than what you guys see on your dashboard, but I'm going to log in just to take a look at my word count. We've got a question here, and I appreciate that question from Corinne. Thank you. How do you juggle the time for all the social media? I'm going to show you that today. I'm going to show you Hootsuite to help you with that. That's a very good question. So we'll come back to that in just a moment, Corinne. Thank you. Again, guys, if anybody has questions, please type them in. We'll pull them into the content here. It's very valuable because you're probably not the only one that has that question. All right. So in my WordPress dashboard for my site, I have some tools I can look at. Again, this is very different from what you guys will see, but I have this SEO tool that I've installed, a plugin that tells me how well my SEO is. Green is really good, so it's saying, hey, you've done good here. And that's the only one. A lot of them are gray, meaning that they haven't had anything done to them. So I have work to do. Orange is, it's okay, right? They're saying, you're doing okay. Red means, hey, there's a lot of work needed here, okay? And so that helps me at a glance to see, am I doing things right? Again, a tool I have in WordPress that's kind of handy. You don't necessarily have the same kind of tool in Volusion, but you need to look at each one of your pages to just evaluate. Do I have my meta tag in here and the keyword in there? Do I have the same keyword placed in my URL text? Do I have that same keyword showing in my product title or page title, in my content, product description, or category page content? Do I have it there? Okay, and then the other thing that you need to look at is word count. You need to have a word count for your descriptions of your products. How many words are on there, and I think that does show me right down here. So see, it says the text contains 191 words. This is below the recommended minimum of 300 words. So the overall recommended minimum for SEO is 300. I'm not doing that on, this is my best page. I'm not doing that on any of mine. Okay, you don't have to be perfect to start. Yes, that's a goal we want to reach to, and eventually I might come back in here and find other things I can say about this, but I'm happy that I have something there at least. The keywords are where they need to be. I do have some value there, okay? So look at your optimization and make sure that things are working well. So let's talk a little bit about these tools, because that's the next step, is we need to start getting the word out there on these social avenues. Another one that I do, that I am going to do some webinars on, is YouTube. How do we apply that? Well, my videos and review videos. And that's something that I will share with you probably soon. That's one I really want to get into. I love the value in that. So, all right, so let's go over here and go to Hootsuite. Check that out. Oh gosh, I don't recall what I think I might just have a sign in with Twitter. All right. So here's Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a wonderful tool to use, and we will do full webinars on this to help. But to address Corinne's question, how do you juggle the time for all of the social media stuff? All right, two things. Hootsuite is one. Let's go over here to our Gmail and click on the apps, calendar. That's the other one. Put it in the calendar. Now I've got a calendar item in here to do my books for the week. Let's move that down here because I'm in the middle of a webinar right now, right? But I have my webinars of things that I need to do, and so I would come in here and say, all right, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. I'm going to put a event in here for schedule social posts. If that's when I have time to do it, then that's when I'm going to do it. Okay, I'm going to color it blue. I'm going to repeat that and say repeat weekly, every week, done. So every week at 9 a.m. on Saturday, I've got an appointment now. If I want to change that, I can always come in and say, no, I don't want to do it on Saturday. I want to do it on Friday at, let's say 2:30. Okay. And so there we go. I've got my my schedule in there for that to happen every Friday. So that's one thing that you can do is set a scheduled time when you can work on that. So I blocked out a half hour of time in my week when I'm going to work on this. Now, how do we make all of that work for that half hour? Well, I can schedule my posts for the entire week. So here in Hootsuite, I can add different social networks. So I've got my Twitter social network in here. This one is probably Facebook. Yeah, these are my Facebook. So Facebook account, Twitter. If I wanted to add Instagram, let's see. Oh, look at that. There's Instagram. So I can connect with Instagram. And it's going to go out and see, am I logged in? Yes, I am. Log in as Viper Sharp. Okay, that's what I want. So I log in as Viper Sharp. Do I want to connect more? So if you want to connect more social profiles, you can. So any social site that you want to connect to, you can do that here. So Twitter, Facebook, Google+, LinkedIn, WordPress, Instagram, YouTube. These are the main ones. Okay. And it looks like Hootsuite is only going to allow you those. So Twitter, Facebook, Google+, Instagram are the primary ones I would use. Okay. So there I've got it set. So if I come in here, I can just say, well, I want to connect to this. I want to connect to that. It's not showing my Instagram. So let's update that, refresh, and see if I can pull that in. Interesting. It's still not showing the Instagram. So it might take some time to perhaps connect that. And so I can write a post over here. Put an image in. Let's say I want to upload an image to Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. I've got a series of images that I wanted to post for Viper Sharp of pictures of knives. So I've got to go down and find where I stored those. Hopefully I can recall where those went. Be under my organization is out of control. It's not near as clean as it should be. This is my Dropbox and all the different folders for different things that I've done. But come into images and probably January 2017 is where I should have the pictures of what I did. Pictures of my, let's see, knives. Will that do it there? There we go. And so here I have these pictures of knives that I took at a little knife group I went to, and I put them all in my ViperSharp and took pictures of a whole bunch of different knives. So now I have all those, and I can go slowly add those to my social networks. Now, before I post this up there, since I've already done some of these, I want to check and see, have I already done that? Okay, have I already posted that picture of that knife? So let's go in here and go to Instagram, because that's where I would have posted it. Instagram is a tool that you will usually use. There's my friend Matt posting a picture of himself. Instagram is something that you'll usually use on your phone. It's a phone app. So which images have I already put up on there? Well, this one that I took, or one of my own knives, and then these two are the only ones I've posted from that day. So I can come in here and say, yeah, this is okay. I'm going to go ahead and post that. And then I can put a comment in here. Keep them sharp with ViperSharp. I'm going to put a hashtag in here, which is something that we do on social sites, especially Instagram. And I'll talk more about that in a full webinar about Instagram. But we're going to put knives, pick of the day, and I'm going to put a bunch of hashtags here that could be relevant. If you want to find out what hashtags are most powerful for Instagram, we can go out and search most popular hashtags on Instagram, and we can see if there are any hashtags that I think would are needed. So I could hashtag these different things here. So 25 most popular, 158 popular hashtags for Instagram. Let's try that. Let's check that out for and more 2017. So most popular: birthday, red, workout, sweat or sweet, wedding, black and white, Insta love. That's a real general one that we could use. So I'll throw that in there. So we'll put that one in there. Insta food, Insta size, flowers, iPhonenesia, Tweetgram, design, Insta follow, Webstagram, follow back, work, Christmas, Insta cool, blue. Insta cool might be a good one to do. So we're just going to put a list of hashtags in here so that when somebody wants to search for those particular hashtags, my image is one that might come up. Okay, motivation, that might be one. For some people, this is a motivating picture, something they want. Inspiration might be another one. Thought we already had Insta cool in there. Wasn't that up there somewhere? Insta cool right there. Insta cool again. Interesting. All right. So anyway, we can pull up some of these. Do a search for the popular ones, and it's going down from the top down to, or from the least down to the top. Just notice that. So all right. See if there's anything else that we want. Amazing. Sure. Let's throw that in there. Style, Insta good, nature, family, art, food, Insta like, repost. And that might get people to repost my item. Pick of the day that I put in. Follow me. Beautiful, pick of the day, Insta-good, love. All right, so we're just going to do those. I want things that are, relevant. I might put in just single word knife. Okay. Uh, and there we go. So then, so for Instagram, that's the way you want to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm not going to do this post on Facebook. Oh, well, you know what? I'll go ahead and throw it in there, sure. So my Facebook page and my Twitter page are going in there. I wanted Instagram. We'll try one more time and see if we can get that. I don't know why it didn't pull that in. It should have added that. But anyway, then if I want to, I can say, okay, schedule this. Let's schedule this for later this afternoon to go up. And I schedule it. Okay. Well, now I want to do another one, right? I've got half an hour of time, so let's put in another one. So for the next one, we'll go in and we're going to, add a link might be a good idea, right? I should have done that on the last one, which I can update. Link to my site, okay? Attach media, choose a picture, go in and look at my images to decide which one I want to put in there this time. And is that the same knife? No, it looks like it's a different one. So there we go. I'm just going to go down the row. So there's the next one. Okay, go into both of these. Favorite knife? Let's see. Favorite knife? Question mark. Let's see them. Okay, so now I'm asking for some interaction, right? Show me your favorite knife, kind of an idea. Okay, and then we can do the hashtags again. And if I wanted to just save my hashtags, I could go back here on this game plan thing. So right over here, I could enter my hashtags and have a list of them. So we could do hashtag knives, hashtag knife, hashtag pick of the day, hashtag EDC is a good one. I didn't put the hash in there. Everyday carry is what that stands for. Hashtag motivation, hashtag love. We can put whatever we want in there. Some people love their knives, right? And so there's my list of hashtags that I can put up on this next one. And I can do a series of different hashtags that I want for different picks and stuff. Okay. And so then we look at this and we say, well, do we want to send it now or do we want to schedule it? Oh, I'm going to schedule it, and I want something going out tomorrow, or maybe I'll work on it tomorrow. So let's do Monday. I want something to go Monday. What time Monday? When everybody's tired of work and coming home, maybe, or getting ready to come home. We'll put it at 4:55 p.m. or 4:05. All right. And schedule. And so there's another one scheduled. Link awaiting shrinkage. Do you really intend to submit this message now? Okay. And boom, there we are with another message submitted. Okay. So I'll do another webinar to go through Hootsuite in more detail, show you all of this, and help you understand how to use Hootsuite and what it can do for you. So we'll go into this in more detail. But this is the beginnings of the work. So I've listed some of the things I need to do. I need to work on my on-site SEO. When am I going to do that? Well, I'll put it in my calendar at some time, right? I need to work on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. When am I going to do those things? Well, I'll put them in my calendar. So you schedule what you have time for, and that's what you work on. If we're still working on eBay and we need time for that too, then we've got to have that in our schedule. Okay. We can note how important it is, what whether it needs to happen right away or I can wait a week or two and put that in there so that we have that on our list. So this is our task list. This game plan is basically a task list of here's where we're heading, notes about how we can implement these different things, and gives us a guide to follow so that we can start doing the work that needs to be done. Okay. This is kind of boring, maybe, for many of you. This is kind of boring stuff. There's a lot of spreadsheets here, a lot of data, but once you get it down and you have the game plan, you have the task list, then it becomes something that you can begin to work on and put into effect, and it becomes more fun. Okay. So there's my calendar popping up at me. All right. So there we've got the beginnings, my other calendar, the beginnings of things that we need to do. So I had another comment here. If anybody has questions, please throw them in. We're going to go ahead and finalize this webinar. I think we've been on long enough here. But Bob and Nancy mentioned in Davin's video, he stated that we need between 100 and 200 words in the product description. Do we need more? 100 to 200 words, I think, is fine. For a product description, that's good. Ultimately, any page, if we can get closer to 300, that's total words on the page. I mean, that's everything from the navigation at the top to the words in the footer of the page. Total words on the page is what we're looking at there. So it doesn't need to be the content. But as much as we can get. I think the suggestion of 100 to 200 words is great. It's going to do well for you. If you can add a little bit more to get that to 250 to 300, if that is something that you can do, not immediately, okay, but eventually, then it will help give Google more to look at. And if you have more content than your competition has, that's going to help you get up above. Okay? So I thank you all for joining today. This is the beginning of our evaluation and game plan to get the results that we want. Please start implementing as much of this as you can so that you can begin seeing the results for your business.